La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him, it's really true. Why did she marry this jackass Jew? Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing.
Look
testing.
at me.
Testing.
Look at me. Look at me. Testing 1, 2, 3. There you go. You got the recorder going, the video. Welcome to My Wife Hates Me podcast.
I haven't washed my hair in over a week. It's really bad.
Can I give the intro?
Okay, sorry.
Welcome to My Wife Hates Me podcast, the longest running podcast.
The what?
The longest running podcast, since podcasts began. We were like one of the first. Or maybe 5 years late. 5 years late. Whatever. We were. Well, I mean, we've been doing
I don't get it. You're saying we're the longest running podcast? I don't get it.
It's a joke, dummy. Because
sorry.
then I said we were
dumb.
5 years late. I said that.
So dumb.
Look, I don't like this angle.
I do it. I like it. I leave it. I like it. It's perfect for me. Leave it.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to be more in the middle?
No, whatever. I want to be Malcolm.
I don't get it. Malcolm in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Get it?
I guess.
Not bad, right?
If I have
start
to.
off.
If I have to get it.
Oh, here
What?
comes
I don't know. Oh, it's right here.
Raina. Come down.
Say hi.
Come say hi. Huh?
What? I know you gotta go back to class, but just say hi for.
Say hi. Do a quick
People-
cameo. Ask for money.
Oh, jeez.
You don't want money?
She's going back to school. Jesus, she loves school.
No, she doesn't. Yeah,
We
who
get
doesn't?
an email every second week.
Who doesn't love?
She's missing 47 assignments.
That doesn't. I don't know if I would brag about you as a mom saying that your daughter is getting negative emails from their school,
I don't.
because that reflects on you.
Does it? Why?
Because you, not me, should be on top of your daughter when it comes to schoolwork.
But
Because-
why? Like, should I sit on her? Do you mean that? What do you mean? It's my job, not yours.
Well,
though?
wasn't your mother a school teacher? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
in
Sorry,
you.
I still don't know where this is going. Okay, I'll answer all the questions, but just
Okay.
my mother was a school teacher. Yes,
Okay. So it's in your blood
it's in my blood.
to do that type of work. Do I have two older?
What was your mom? Here, your eyebrow is like, whoa.
Get off me.
Let me fix it.
Can you? Oh yeah.
Sorry, but
You
it
wet
was
your finger with your saliva. Oh my God! And wiped it on my
Richard,
face.
Stop overreacting.
I didn't overreact.
You're
Okay, so
being terrible.
I have two older daughters that I put through school.
Wait, you went over their schoolwork with them?
Yes, when they stayed at my house, I wasn't really good at it, but back then it was a lot easier. So I helped them to some extent, not a lot, but to some extent. So I think I've done my time with kids. Now with Raina,
So even if you have more kids, after you have two,
After
your
I have
two
two,
oldest, then you can just not do anymore.
no, I do a lot. I do different things like
But in terms
get.
of school, my hair is so bad.
I got, okay, so's your timing. So, if it's like, hey, take me to PetSmart and get me fish, or help me put my fish tank together, I'll do stuff like that.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff. Or hang my window shades a little crooked. That one was a little crooked, or a little
Those
off.
ones, they fell down in the middle of the night after the first night you put them up.
Yeah, I fixed that.
They crashed. The dog went crazy.
I fixed it.
How did you even get?
Well, the way our windows are made, it's almost impossible to hang shades. There's nothing to nail. It doesn't matter.
It's our windows.
I'm telling you, it's the windows because
Why are you
there's
so mad? You gonna
because-
smack me?
no, the windows.
You
There's
gonna smack me? Smack me around a little bit? Show me who's boss, eh? I don't know. That's like a French, I guess, mobster.
So
Sorry, everyone.
I
take
do.
it down a notch.
I do with my daughter. I take her to Walmart, all her errands, not all, but a lot, and do all the work around her room that she can't do. And she's very creative. What she steals off of TikTok, she just hung all these like branches and leaves and made a fake tree. It looks great, but she didn't come up with the idea. Before fucking TikTok, Raina was so creative. I mean, fucking so creative. She used to make things and do arts and crafts and make necklaces and bracelets and beads and tons of stuff. And now on TikTok, she just copies what other kids are doing.
It gives you ideas to be creative. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but at some point you got to do your own. If other comics are giving you inspiration to do comedy, eventually you have to write your own comedy. Pretty good.
Yes. I mean, I don't see the problem, but
It is a problem. She's taking away
the
from her.
problem is her not doing her assignments.
Yeah, and that's where you come in. I'm on the road doing comedy.
I can't concentrate because my hair's so bad.
It's not your hair.
It's really bad.
It's not your hair. Listen, I
haven't washed my hair in over a week. Like, I've really let it go. That's like a sign of depression. No one seems to know if I psychologically well or not. No one cares. Oh, well.
I've had major anxiety the last 2 days.
Oh,
I'm really.
See what case and point, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
want to get to your
see
depression now.
Oh! First
that's
to cover your stuff. And
No. I'm going to get to your. I was. Let me finish.
Okay.
I know what you're going through.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why you would have depression. At least you're working every day.
I don't really feel depressed. I just haven't been washing my hair.
That's your major problem. My body's racing out of its skin.
Why? Because you went away.
I didn't.
Did
well,
stand
that.
up.
Oh yeah, that. I didn't go
then-
away. I did stand up 2 nights. So.
And then yesterday, I heard at least twice, so it was probably more, that you were taking your temperature. You can hear it because it's the kind that goes. Dee, 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 dee.
Yeah, I took my temperature 3
Dee, dee,
times.
dee, dee.
No, I took it 3 times yesterday. Maybe twice. No more than 3. Because this weekend I did that show in Atlantic City with Anthony's, network, comedians from his network, and I'm wearing my mask the whole time, or 90% of the time. Sometimes I took it off when I couldn't breathe, but I'd walk away from people. But, when you come back from a thing like that, and then the next night at Governor's, where there's barely anybody, but they weren't wearing their masks because they all had the antibodies. They all said, yeah, I had it. Tim, whatever, I had it. Some girl that opened, I had it. Both girls that opened, I had it.
Who are the
This
girls
guy's,
that opened?
one I like used to do roast.
No, now you can't say it.
No.
You can't because you just have to leave it at that. You can't say their name. You can't be like, one I like.
No. Let me finish. I like.
Oh, it's all let you finish today.
Yeah, let me finish.
Oh my God.
One I like because.
How about when next time we have sex, I say it.
What? Let me finish.
Yeah.
Go anytime. I'll always let you finish. That's why I go down first to get it.
Okay, go. It was just a dumb joke. I should have just said that's what she said.
I go.
Okay, go ahead. All right, come on.
The one I like used to do roast battle. What's her Irish girl, Katie Boyle. The other one I like, she seems fun. She's funny, but I don't know, something about her. Little skinny Syrian Jewish girl. And I thought she was like 22 or something. She's older, divorced, whatever. And I like her. She's a hard. I like comics that work hard and try. To keep.
I feel like there's a butt in there. Unfortunately,
No, there's no butt at all. So, and then another guy went on, did a guest spot, Tim Gage. When everybody there goes, yeah, we have the antibodies. We had it. How the fuck could you have a whole, one of the
What
owners?
happened
How did
there?
it?
That means it's not recording.
It never recorded for anybody.
Okay, there. That's fine.
You didn't hit recording.
Okay, well, I guess I thought I did.
How is it possible?
But whatever. You didn't say anything interesting to use in the clip, so it's not a big deal.
But how is it possible?
What? All right. Carry on with your dumb antibodies story.
It's incomprehensible.
It's what?
Incomprehensible.
Incomprehensible.
Yep. Incomprehensible. So.
See, this is the kind of thing where people think you lie. Like
What do
you're
you mean
not
lie?
this dumb.
It's not
Like you're
incomprehensible. Is that it?
What do you think?
I don't want to. It's incomprehensible.
Yes, that's it. And
Oh,
you
it
knew
is?
it. You knew it was
No,
it.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't. I wasn't
You can't be this stupid. You can't be like, I'm going to Mensa and then be like incomprehensible.
Hensible. I'm tired. I have anxiety, so I make a mistake here and there. It's not because.
Okay, so your anxiety. So you went
Wait, can
away. You go.
So I do these shows, and then you
shows.
come back and you go for 3-4 days. You get fucking major anxiety, thinking, "Well, did one of these mother?"
Not you, as in the royal you. You mean yourself. Other people don't. I go out. I wear my mask. I come back. I don't think about it again.
Well, because you didn't. You go out. You don't go indoors. Basically, you stay in a tent. You went out 2 or 3 times to the Stretch Factory, which is basically outdoors in a tent. There's more airflow. Let's put it that way. I'm backstage at the Claridge, the comedy club there at the Claridge Hotel, and there's a lot of people back there. So I try to keep away from as many as I can. Move around, put my mask on. When I had food, I went away from everybody and ate by myself. They're all eating in there. They're all fucking, But I guess most of them had some kind of antibodies or didn't. Anthony had COVID. I don't know. But I feel like I'm the one that's going to get COVID and fucking croak, like my unluckiness.
Why do you keep saying you're unlucky? You're
because
literally the luckiest person in the world.
That's not true. I didn't bet.
You're the luckiest person in the world.
I didn't bet football all year. Then this weekend during the playoffs, I go, okay, there's 2 games. Let me bet them. And I lost both.
So what? That's
Oh,
betting.
for 2.
Oh,
That's
do you think that's unlucky, or do you think that's like every single person who bets except for 3 fucking people win? Like,
no.
I mean, everybody loses except for 3 people. It's like, that's what gambling is.
No, it's
like
50-50.
There's a much higher percentage that you're going to lose than you're going to win.
There's no need to yell. I'm right
Well,
next
I'm
to
just
you.
saying, it's just like a stupid thing to be like, I didn't win $1 billion. I'm the unluckiest person in the world. That's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You're literally the luckiest person in the world.
I'm lucky when it comes to luck, but, What?
You're lucky when it comes to luck.
Yeah, when I get good luck, I'm lucky about it.
I'm going to fucking punch you in the face. That makes no sense.
No, it does make sense. Do you understand what I'm
luck
saying?
can be good and bad. So if you're getting luck in your mind, you think it's bad.
No. Good luck is good. Bad luck is bad.
Right. But you can't say, oh, I'm lucky when I get good luck.
No, I'm lucky when I'm lucky.
Okay, I'm going to go now and jump out a window. I don't know. I'm going to have to go on the roof. I'm going to have to go to a neighbor's and jump out their window.
Well, I'm lucky when I'm lucky. But
You're
anyhow.
You're incredibly lucky. You're
I
incredibly
am.
lucky.
And when it comes to life and this business and I'm alive and I'm sober, I should be
what
dead.
do you think like life owes you? That's
Nothing.
What do you think
I owe life.
What do you think that you don't have that you need, that you want? Besides fame, it's such a dumb, embarrassing thing to want.
I don't care about fame.
No, you do.
I don't care. No, I'd rather have respect than fame, and I have respect for my peers.
Last night at midnight, we're watching a television program.
Fosse
and Verdi.
We love it.
And you said, oh, this podcast, which you did earlier in the day. You were very funny.
No,
I laughed
2
about
days
it.
earlier.
2 days earlier. They were doing some kind of marathon.
3-day marathon.
Do you want to tell it, or should I just keep making mistakes?
Go ahead.
They were doing some kind of like 3-day marathon. I don't know why. What was the podcast? You don't even know the name of the podcast.
It's Mark Riccadonna and what's his name, Byrne and Richie
They
Byrne.
seem they seem,
Very good guys.
They seem like nice guys.
They
I
are
only
nice
hear them.
guys.
They sounded funny.
You know them. You've done stuff with them.
I don't know.
Mark Riccadonna, he's a good guy.
Okay, so listen though. So then you'd already done the podcast twice during this marathon.
Well, the first time was in my car in bad reception. So
Okay, so then you did it again at the kitchen table
on Saturday.
or the dining room table. I remember
On
because I was in the
Saturday.
kitchen and I was laughing. You were very funny.
Yep.
And then
Like usual.
no question there. You're good at podcasts, all of them except this one. And then at midnight, we're sitting there, and you go, it ends at midnight.
Yeah, they wanted me to come on and
I
say
better
goodbye.
go back on. I go, you don't need to go back on. Who
Whoa.
cares?
I didn't say I better go back on. They
Yeah, you
said
ca-
they said Saturday because I am such a good guest. They said Saturday. Can you come back on Sunday night when we wrap it up to say goodbye? I said, yeah, I'll come in and say goodbye. And I got there, and Bartlett was there, and David. Adam
I had
Hunter
to,
left.
beg you to get off so that we could finish the show. We had literally 10 minutes left of the show.
And the thing was wrapping up, but every time I go on, Bartlett comes at me like he's gonna. And Bartlett's an icon in the business. Back in the day, he was the biggest comic.
Oh, when you said that on the thing, I laughed because I thought that was a joke.
What did I say?
You go, Bartlett's an icon, and I started laughing because I thought you were being sarcastic.
I didn't say that on the podcast.
I believe that you did. One either in the day or the
Well,
last.
Bartlett was. I think he won.
Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I mean, he was
about
such.
the point is
he
that
used to be in a group with Eddie Murphy, like
if anybody
improv
asks
group.
you to do anything, you'll do it.
That's
unless
not
it's me
anybody.
asking.
No, that's not true. I turn down stuff
You really
all the time.
want fame. Okay.
No, I don't
So-
want fame. I listen. I already have fame. People, what did that comic say when you heard Saturday when I was doing that podcast about when my name comes up, or who do people like to watch? Huh? Did you hear that?
I did listen. Even famous people want fame. Okay, it's. I'm not belittling your position in the business right now. Look at all the famous people that are on Instagram doing like fake cooking shows and front facing speeches to camera and stuff. Because
Who's doing a cooking show? Oh, Amy. You're saying those are the only people I know that does a cooking show.
no, there's 1,000 fucking women Instagram people that do like actresses. I can't remember their names.
How
but-
great is that actress?
Okay, stop. Concentrate. Focus.
We're talking about. I email.
So you really. So we're talking about how you feel you're unlucky. Let's get to something. Let's get to a point.
What do you want? What's the point you want to get to?
The point is, I want you to realize how lucky you are.
I'm
'cause
very
you're
lucky.
Constantly
I'm very lucky.
angry.
I'm not constantly
that
angry.
your life hasn't gone the way that you wanted it to.
Oh,
I'm wondering,
stop. I'm not constantly angry. I'm very
what's your
grateful.
anxiety then?
I get up one of the anxieties is coming back from doing those shows, during a pandemic,
So
even
what
though
would
I'm
happen
keeping
if
it
you
safe.
didn't do those shows?
I would really fucking lose it sitting around. When it's spring and summer and it's warm, you go out and do yard work. I can go play golf. It's different. But when it's freezing and you're a writer, you got a couple projects and that keeps you busy. I don't really have anything right now to keep me busy.
But I know. But if I love drinking, but if I drank every night, I'd be sick every day.
So who says that? What are you saying?
I'm saying, so is
I'm
it
not-
worth it to go somewhere, even if you want to be doing something, if you're going to come back and have all this anxiety to deal with?
Well, sometimes, yeah, it is. You got to weigh it out. I like doing comedy. I like going on stage. I like seeing people and socializing because it's pretty much we haven't really socialized in the last year. When we had that barbecue, come on, how much fun was that we had? And we used to have that kind of fun.
That gives me anxiety.
I know, but we used to have that kind of fun 3-4 times a week or once or twice a week, weekly. That kind of fun that kept you going and made you more grateful. Now you got to be grateful that And there's not you don't got to be, but you are grateful that you have a place to live, you're healthy, you have a kid. You know, there's some people don't have that. Yes, there is reasons to be grateful, but there's also, you know, you also want to do things. Me as a person, myself, I get anxiety when I'm not active. You even see me do stuff around here that makes no sense. You know, I went and hung up a thing to hang my hats on. You know, it was a little project. I go, oh, let me go get a hat, whatever, and put it on my closet door. Go in the garage, clean it out, hit golf balls into the whatever, into the drop cloth. You know, just to keep busy working out. But I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to sit still too long. I don't mind relaxing and chilling out. But for, you know, the whole fucking winter, I'm telling you, I'm ready to get in my car and drive to Florida and play golf.
And then what will you have anxiety?
No, because I won't be working.
Well, go then.
By myself, and then I don't want to go. There's nobody I want to go with because they would bother me.
So go by yourself.
That might be boring.
Okay, I can't help you.
I know it's so. If it was warmer in North Carolina, I might do that. Then I play golf with Roy or something. But it's cold down there. Every year, even without
I think like this is part of your problem is that you've been so lucky in life that when this kind of thing sets you back, you really can't. It's hard for you to handle it.
Well, even when there's no pandemic in the winter, I get anxiety. People get seasonal anxiety. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, my.
Some people can't handle paprika. Some people can't handle nutmeg.
Okay.
Get it? Seasonal.
Oh, I did not get it. I just thought it was like stupid things he couldn't handle.
Seasonal.
Got it.
Anxiety, like seasons.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Pepper, garlic powder.
Okay.
Is that a pun?
Yep.
I know. So, yes, when I do these gigs, I come back with fucking anxiety and, you know, and take my temperature and maybe it's time again to get another COVID test. Who knows? I don't know when's the last ones we took. I do get tired, but I work out every day. I lift. Yesterday I did 700 crunches. I did traps, you know, hit the heavy bag. No, maybe the day before I hit the heavy bag. Not long. I just hit it. Can't wait. Can't wait till to get warmer, and even when it gets warmer, there'll be at least some more outside shows, you know. So, who knows? And if I drove to Florida, I'd feel like I was leaving you behind, and you would have resentment or anger. Like,
no, to see you driving away gives me the opposite of that.
All right, I might go. It's a long drive, though.
Why would I have anger and resentment?
I wouldn't fly down.
When's the last time you left that I had anger and resentment? I'm curious.
If I was going to go on,
hang around?
If I was going to go on like a little vacation, you would go. Look at me at home cleaning and doing everything, and you.
I've never. Would I have I ever said that or?
I don't know because I've never taken a vacation on my own.
No, that's weird. It's weird baggage that you have.
I've never done it on my own. Just got up and said, "Oh, I'm going to go."
Okay, but what's the difference between a vacation or you're going to like
work? I'm getting paid. I'm going to work.
I mean, I don't see any of that. It's not like I have some kind of like.
Oh, so you think I sneak off and don't work?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't like put it into this weird like, well, he's going to.
All right.
First of all, I think you go and do a lot of gigs that you shouldn't do just because I don't think the money's good enough. I just think you deserve more. But
of course I do.
Whatever, but that's not like. Go do whatever you want.
If I could find
the only thing I don't want you to do is buy a RV and
leave you guys behind.
No, that part I don't care about.
I wouldn't get a big RV. I'd get a real small one.
I would want to take an RV and go to Canada and visit my family. And you're like, I'm not going to Canada.
I'd get a small one, and not a big one, like just like the littlest one you could get. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, I do, because you just like...
Should I get one that you could put onto your car?
No, don't get one. Unless you're going to do it in style, what's the point? Like, why would you leave your, like, the the comforts of home to, that's why I never understood camping or anything. I guess I grew up with hardship.
How come your thing is?
I guess I grew up with hardship there. I don't know. Turn it up.
I don't know how. I do, but I don't want to deal
So
with it.
it makes no sense to me to like if you're going to go on vacation, you get the best hotel, you get the best, in my opinion, you fly first class. Like that's how you live.
Well, I'm not.
You don't go take a vacation where you go in like the last seat and coach and then get a shitty hotel somewhere and a fucking hotel pool that's got shit in it. That's not a vacation.
Maybe
Stay
I'll
at home.
Maybe I'll go fly somewhere. I don't want to fly.
Don't
though.
fly.
Everybody's flying.
Yeah, they're getting COVID.
No.
Do whatever you want
Planes
to do.
are safe.
Listen to yourself though. You're walking in circles mentally. You're saying, if that, then this, then I get anxiety, then I should do this, then I should take a flight, but then I get anxiety that's uncontrollable and I'm
haven't
mean to my
flown.
family because of it, and then I gotta
Whoa,
go away
where
and
did
then I
you
do
get
this.
I mean to my family?
You
What do you think?
use your anxiety as an excuse
I'm
to
not
behave
mean.
in a way that's not fun.
Well, then don't say mean. Say he's unfun. You mix.
Okay.
God, you give out this fucking negative.
You snap.
Oh yeah.
It's
We all
like
snap. You don't snap. Get Raina down here. You snap more than me. You don't think? Oh, look at you. You're making that face like, oh, he's right.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, do I?
Oh,
No.
let me see if I can. Oh, my phone. Call Raina. You have your
When's the
phone?
last time I snapped?
Oh, 2 nights ago.
What did I snap about?
I don't know. Who
I
says?
didn't.
We didn't say snapping. If you're whatever you're snapping about, whether you're right or wrong, we're saying who snaps. You snap. So oh snap. How do you like that? Oh snap.
You're like walking around with a emotional bruise. So you can even just poke you a little.
Oh God. You're walking around with fucking childhood baggage.
What's the childhood baggage that I
don't know.
have?
That you slept on dirt.
I had a loving family. It's made me very lucky.
Your loving family, all you used to do to me when we first met is complain. My mother doesn't like me. They don't ever
Well, they don't
compliment
like me that much, but they love me. They love me. They don't get me. They don't understand. Yeah. No, my sister.
You think anybody gets you? But me? I get you, but no one.
That's what psychological. That's what abuse is. That's what men say. They go, "Oh, I'm the only one who gets you."
Is that what they say?
Yes.
I've never heard that. I've never.
Really? Like you're making a prisoner. First you take them away from their family. Oh, where am I? New Jersey.
Oh, I took you away from your
Yes,
family.
you isolate. First thing you do, isolate the person. Then you make it so that they can't have any friends, which
Are
you
you
still
crazy?
do. You still
No.
love doing that.
No, I
I
don't.
go work out with my friend Kathy. Who the other day I came back from working out. You were like, "Okay, tell me who you're having an affair with."
Well, it's freezing. Who goes? Bonnie goes, oh, yeah, we took a walk in sub-zero weather.
We did. Her mother died, and so we took literally an hour walk where she just talked about stuff. And
Why
yes,
didn't you
it
sit
was
in the
cold
car? You said you were going to sit in the car and talk to her.
because
what you
she's
told me.
very scared of getting COVID, and I have my issues also.
Oh, from each other?
Well, she's a school teacher. She still has to go to school. And it doesn't matter. It's,
Whatever.
I mean, it's like crazy. Yes, we
I
have
don't wanna
hats and
argue,
mitts on,
sis.
and we're walking, and you're
Talk
like,
about Fosse. Talk about something we
then-
like.
no. And then you don't like
Yes.
talking about this because
I don't want to
it's like an
argue.
endless thing.
You're like an endless thing.
I'm saying think about it. Do you think, let me go through the check mark of an abusive relationship and just see if you check them off. Just see.
Oh, my God.
Just answer yes or no if you check them off, okay? Ready?
You're going to make up stuff that only falls into our category.
Yes, you can have your rebuttal, whatever.
So stupid. Go ahead.
1, did you take me away from my friends and family and make me move to the middle of New Jersey where I knew no one.
Nope, because I don't have that power. You made your own
Check.
decision. No, check.
Check.
No, I didn't make you do anything.
Two.
You decided.
Two.
Are you when you came here? Were you an adult or were you 14 or 13? Were you an
I
adult?
was 11.
Were you an adult?
I was 11.
Okay, you were an adult. So that's your problem. You are pointing the finger when you're pointing 3 back at yourself.
Okay.
So 0 for 1. Go ahead. Second one.
Do you accuse me all the time of stuff that I don't do?
Not all the time.
Being sneaky, you love saying
You
"You're
are
so
sneaky. Oh, you are a little sneak.
What if I snuck? What if I sneak?
Oh, remember when you lost your ear pods and you
Okay.
snuck?
This was before we were married.
No.
Before we were married. He bought me one of those ear, what is it called?
I don't know.
Like a Bluetooth that
Yeah.
you wore. And I lost it on the train. So I went and bought another one and didn't tell him.
Do you
For
want
a
to?
couple of years. Then I told him. Now he's like, You
Yeah.
always bring that up as like how I'm sneaky.
No. Do you want to talk about when we got married, the age thing?
No,
Oh,
that's
yes.
different.
Was
That's
that
different.
No,
Okay.
well, we're going to talk
Okay.
about it. You
Okay.
went back. Bonnie told me
Okay.
she was 3 years younger than she was.
Okay.
And then when we went to fill out the
I
marriage
knew what kind of
license,
man you were.
she filled out the marriage license. I go, you're making a mistake. You're 3 years younger. And she goes, no, I'm not. As I'm filling out the marriage license, okay.
Well, what, really? You're going to not marry me because of 3 years?
Well,
Okay,
then
that's
why?
embarrassing.
Okay.
That's
okay.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But I was living in LA and I was, okay, that's embarrassing. So
It's not embarrassing.
I'm
it's
sorry, but
deceiving.
that's not.
It's embarrassing that I'm bringing it up. It's deceiving that you did it.
Well, I didn't know I was going to marry you. I just it came out and then I didn't know how to fix it after that.
When at Newark Airport, when you go, I love you, and I didn't ever said it to you, you said it to me, and then like you're driving away, you said it with such uncommitment as you're driving away. I love you, and now I got to chase the car down. Or whatever, but that right then maybe then you go, oh yeah, I love you, and I'm not as young as you think.
Okay, that's
Maybe that's when you
okay.
do
Can
it.
we not talk about that anymore? It's too embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. It's embarrassing now, but it was deceiving then. Say I was a deceiver.
I deceived.
Okay, go ahead.
In one instance, but it's like I'm paying for that for the rest of
No, that's just
literally Sunday. You're like, who are you having an affair with?
I didn't say because it's so weird. Look.
Every time I go to work out, Kathy goes, I'm going to come by. I'm
I
going
didn't
to
say-
come by.
I said that
Because we
twice.
work out in her
I say
garage
that
with the
twice.
door open.
That's another thing. She goes, it's freezing, but yet they still work out outside.
do.
How
We
can
do.
you work out?
Come
outside?
look. Come watch. I said come.
Can I hide
check
behind
it
a
out.
bush and watch?
Oh, my God.
Get it?
Yes, that's
Okay.
it's all part of your
So far, you're 0 for 2.
fucked up sociopathy.
You're 0 for 2.
How am I over 2? You are abusive.
I'm not abusive. I'm the most loving, caring person you'll ever meet.
If I have any kind of complaint,
Didn't I say
do
yesterday?
you turn and start yelling at me immediately?
Didn't I turn to you yesterday and go, you look pretty?
I don't remember that at all.
You go, get out of here when you were doing the laundry.
I okay,
I
first
go,
of
you
all,
look pretty.
Speaking of sneaky, you do stuff like that when if I'm getting on your case about something, you'll sometimes say I'm pretty just to try to steer me in a different direction. Or if I'm doing work and you're going to go watch golf or something, then you'll say it. So
No, you look pretty. Something about you doing laundry gets me
oh
fucking.
my God. You're abusive.
Yeah, I'm so far not abusive. I'm so far.
living with an abusive husband.
I'm living with a crazy person who.
An abusive husband who takes his temperature 40 times a day.
No, I didn't. I haven't
Beep, beep.
taken it. I took it today.
I
Yesterday,
What is
because
that? Beep beep. Oh, that's
it's you backing up.
abusive. I think so. That's fat shaming. Yeah, that's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to look thin for my husband.
You look great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're on the rower every day in January.
I've rode every day this year.
All you got to do is say one thing she does, and she'll re-brag about it. But you have.
Did you just sit there and go over your fucking workout schedule?
No. When
Oh,
did I
really? You
say-
didn't say you did 700 sit-ups?
Yesterday. Crunches, not sit-ups.
Did you abusive? Did you or did you not just say that?
I don't.
Oh,
yeah,
so it's
but
okay for you to talk about
I
your
threw
workout.
that
but-
out. I threw it out.
Oh,
Every day in January.
every day this year. That's the. It wouldn't matter if it's January. It's every day this year.
We get it.
I've worked out every day this year. Still fat because we
You're not fat.
eat chips every single night.
Whose fault is that? I don't buy
I
them.
buy them. I buy them because if I don't, then everyone walks around. There's no good snack.
I've never said that once in my whole life.
Lying and
What?
abusive.
I'm not abusive, and I never say there's not enough snacks. Maybe once in the whole pandemic.
Oh my God. And every meal you're like,
They're boring. They're the worst boring vegan.
last night was a
Look at
delicious
it.
meal.
She sits there and goes there. She's convinced. You know what she is? She gave
Why are you looking to the clothes over
Listen,
there? Just
she's-
look
listen.
at the camera then if you're going to talk to the people.
Listen to me.
Talk to the people.
Get off. What are you doing? Listen to me. You know
We're
what-
listening. That's all we can do. It's a fucking podcast. They have their AirPods in.
Stockholm syndrome. Bonnie has Stockholm syndrome that she gave herself. Now, that she gave. So, anything she cooks, and she does cook a lot. 99% of the time. That's what. And she's good, but she'll
I make soup, super stew twice a week, right?
Can I finish?
Okay, I'm just saying. Get it? That
See,
doesn't sound like abusive to me from my end.
I didn't say you were abusive. I think you're delusional and fucking nuts. You're not abusive. You do.
I'd rather be
So-
delusional and nuts than abusive. At least I'm not hurting anyone.
Yes, you're nuts, and your craziness does.
Speaking of nuts, you still got that bag of nuts in your car? It makes the fucking, if you put it in the front seat, it makes the seatbelt sign go off. That's how heavy that bag of nuts is.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, I added more nuts to it.
You just keep adding more nuts?
Yeah.
Like sourdough starter? It never ends.
I don't know what fucking sourdough starter is. I didn't grow up on a farm. So,
Another insult.
is that
Get
abuse?
used to it. I guess it is.
What was it? Oh, so whatever she makes, she's a vegan. That okay, bad enough. A vegan, like
Bad enough?
listen, I'm a vegetarian.
You
so
benefit from me being a vegan.
Not
you
only-
benefit health-wise.
not only is she not a vegan, not only is she a vegan, she also doesn't eat gluten. So God forbid, if she goes, oh, I'm going to make spaghetti, and then she'll complain that she's got to make two different kinds, one with
Because you
hers,
wouldn't know the difference.
hers with no taste, and then regular pasta. So I don't eat meat. Once in a blue moon, I'll eat fish, and not
Him
even
and his
much.
sister, by the way,
I get
categorize
shrimp.
meat only as beef.
No,
Okay,
no,
and pork.
and chicken and turkey.
No, your sister goes, I don't eat meat. I go, you don't? She goes, I eat chicken.
Yeah, well, that's poultry.
Yeah, so you just said it. You
Well,
used
I
to do
don't
it all the
eat-
time. You'd be like to a restaurant. You'd be like, I don't eat
No,
meat.
no,
And they'd
see-
be like, oh, and you'd be like, I'll get the chicken, whatever. They'd be like,
No,
that's
see,
got meat. You'd be like,
here's-
no, that's chicken.
Here's Bonnie's little lie that turns into a big thing.
He said, you can hear it. He's,
Okay, I in a restaurant would say I don't eat red meat.
no,
Which-
you would just say, I don't eat meat.
No,
you
I don't
always
eat.
said it.
I for 30 years, 35 years, I haven't had red meat. Not a steak, a burger, a hot dog.
You name
35
all the meats that you haven't had.
lamb chops, pork chops, brajol,
No.
flank steak, strip steak, T-bone steak.
This is the
filet
list. This
mignon.
is why you come to this podcast.
So I haven't had red meat in over 30 years. Chicken and turkey, it's been about a year now, I say, around there. Then I quit eating maybe 10 months. Quit smoking 15 years ago. Next month, I'll have 35 years sober. So just a lot of things I've given up in my life. Food, there's not many choices when you live with someone who's a vegan that doesn't eat gluten. Now, once in a while, I'll have shrimp. That's it. Shrimp. I don't even really buy salmon anymore. She tried to buy salmon about a month ago, and she got it at Costco, and it was so dry. I felt bad for the fish that they killed the fish to do that. I'm not going out and getting lobster or king crab, but I do like soft shell crab, but that's seasonal.
Who would fucking give a shit about this? Like, how deep? Like, honestly, think about it. You were listening to a podcast, and the guy was like, "Now, here's the foods I will eat. Here's the foods I won't eat. Here's something I do like." Like,
yeah,
is that interesting?
Yes.
Oh,
people want to know your inner living. So
no, they don't.
They do. They do. They just want us to come up here and tell jokes. Get one of my CDs.
They want us to fight, basically.
I'm not going to fight. I'm just trying to point out. So she said last night, the dinner was great. Here's the dinner.
It was so good.
Listen to me.
So good.
Listen to me.
So good.
This is the fucking dinner.
You didn't eat it properly the way that it was meant to be eaten.
Yeah. Eaten like a
You
fucking
made
prisoner.
A sandwich, which you always make out of everything.
No. Okay, first of all, this is what she made. Cauliflower, dry.
No, it wasn't. It was delicious.
Cauliflower.
It was roasted cauliflower.
Kale.
Roasted kale.
Kale.
Roasted potatoes.
Potatoes, salt.
Those little mini ones.
How salty did you make those potatoes? I thought I was eating at the Dead Sea, in the Dead Sea.
Okay, well, I didn't notice that, but
you didn't notice that? Not good for you.
Potatoes need salt.
Potatoes, the little potatoes, kale, cauliflower, vegan sausages. Okay, so what I did.
And salad.
The salad was good because I put Russian dressing on it, which I haven't had in years. And I saw it at the supermarket. I used to love Russian dressing. Let me get a little Russian dressing. And I put it on, and it made the salad bearable. And she did do a good salad. She did put cucumbers and tomatoes. That was a good salad. I was happy with it. And
this right here is not helping your like abusive. I just reiterated a delicious meal that I made, and you're like, not perfect, not great, too salty. I had to get my own Russian dressing.
Won't be perfect.
It's like this is like, honestly, if you were going to make like a movie where the woman was like had to try to like escape her abusive husband, this would be the scene where she would make a lovely dinner and he would be like, too salty, not good. I had to get my own Russian dressing. And then later that night, she'd have to like put a pillow over his head and then rush out and try to like, fight him off and escape and have some plan,
Well, do you think if you were trying to sneak out, you would keep away from waking me up by putting a pillow over my head?
Wow.
That's why.
Every time I get up to go to the bathroom, you're awake. So.
You like to be a capture. That's why you like it, because you would go, instead of just sneaking out, you go, let me go in and warn him I'm sneaking out so he stops me.
Hey, I'm sneaking out now. I had enough of your salty potato talk.
Listen, you make these meals, and some are delicious.
This is full, like...
What?
I know now.
I'm
abused.
abused.
1,000 emails because I get them without even talking about this stuff. That he's abusive.
How come
abusive?
How come your dumb doctor friend hasn't emailed you lately? Your psychiatrist. Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. He stopped listening, I guess. Well, people move on.
To who?
Maybe he died. Maybe somebody in his life. Maybe he got divorced. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen.
Remember that lady
You're like,
that helped?
why? This is again. It's like, so you're
Remember
a sociopath. Why isn't he paying attention to me?
No, why isn't he calling you and saying this and that?
Calling
or emailing? But remember that nice lady that helped us with parking, and she died in a car accident?
Yeah.
I lost her husband's info. I would have liked to text him and see how he's doing, but I don't remember his name or have his info. And they were so nice. We went out to eat with them once, and listen, it's hard to make friends with people not in the business because you're.
What are you talking about now? Are you going off on something else here, or what? Stick to the theme of what we're doing.
Oh, what's the theme?
I don't know.
That I'm
That you're
abusive?
abusive.
I'll let you suck me off after this.
Case in point, people. If I want any freedom at all,
Oh, I better not talk like that. You'll get a
I
call.
gotta do what the fucking master wants.
Oh, I talk like that. You're gonna get a call from Stephanie. Oh boy, I heard that one. You know. Now you take your feminist calls in the morning, then your resentment calls from like 10 to 12, and then from like 1 to 3 you take your gossip calls. Is that how
Oh,
it
now I'm
works?
not even allowed to have phone calls?
No, I'm just giving
Wow.
the categories.
Wow.
Who see? That's how she's
Squeezing
delusional.
the life right out
That's
of me.
how she's delusional. Did you ever hear me say don't take a phone call?
No,
I'm just categories.
just the shaming. The shaming.
Oh, you and every woke person, and I'm semi-woke or whatever.
Oh my
but
God.
just
Go
so-
back to sleep already.
Okay.
If this is woke.
Whoa, go back to sleep if this is woke. Listen, they
I
always
gotta go.
no, they always bring up shaming. You're this shaming, that
I'm
shaming.
not even 100% against shaming. But
Oh,
listen,
you're not? Who can you shame?
no, I just think some people need it. You know, it's like that's how society kept society going for a long time. So you shame people into doing the right thing. But now,
Have you been following the new administration?
my friend Jen Kirkman put a tweet on Twitter.
Oh,
That
else would you
that
put
was
a
about
tweet?
how gaining. She goes, I hope the vaccine. She goes, I want a vaccine, but just to get rid of the 20 pounds I gained during COVID or whatever it was.
why would it lose weight? It makes you lose weight. The vaccine.
No, she's making a joke. Like she doesn't care about the virus. She'd rather
yeah.
something made her lose weight. Anyway, I'm butchering the joke, but it was a funny line. And then people came at her for like fat shaming. She was like, I was making a joke about myself, and they were like, doesn't matter, bitch. And they really like.
I would fucking lay into him. Go. Guess what?
They did a whole podcast about it, which ended up being that she was not just a shaming fat people, but also somehow a white supremacist. At the end of it all, they were kind of like
Well, here's the
making
thing.
the argument that fat shaming is racist.
Here's the thing. Yeah, because well, it's not.
Well, there's a lot of.
Because black people don't care if you bring up weight. White people do. So it's fucking.
Well, you can't say that. You don't know.
Yeah, I've done a lot of black audiences,
Well,
and that
you-
wasn't
still, you don't know every black
that wasn't
person.
everyone I know.
Goodbye. I gotta go.
No, and I'm on Jen Kirkman's side. If you know what, Dave, if you made a joke about an alcoholic or a heroin addict or a meth addict, no one would complain.
Yeah, not yet, but
no,
it's coming.
but no one would.
It is
well,
coming.
no one would complain. But that is a disease of addiction, just like food is. Okay, for some people.
Well, you
For
saying
some-
that food is an addiction is fat shaming.
No, I'm saying.
No, but I'm just saying.
I'm saying-
I'm telling you
I'm
how
bringing-
people think.
I'm breaking it down to addictions, not to. I'm breaking it down to addictions.
But even saying that being overweight is an addiction is fat shaming.
No, it isn't.
No, but
To
I'm
some
saying
people.
that's what they would say.
Well, guess what? I'll debate you anytime. If you think that's fat shaming, you want to debate
There's
that.
no possible way you should ever be in a debate with somebody that's
No, I'm talking
female
about.
or overweight or anything.
I'm
'cause
talking
you get
about
so
addiction.
angry and you'll just like.
I'm talking about addiction, and there's gambling, there's overeating, there's spending, there's many addictions, and addiction is just a trait or a part of your own personality, how it comes out, whether it's instant gratification, whether it's covering pain, whether you're pushing shit down, whatever. Okay, and food, drugs, alcohol, gambling is just a symptom of you, of who you are. How do you control it? How do you stop it? How do you arrest it a day at a time? So if you can go after a heroin addict and no one's complaining about it, you definitely can go after someone overweight when you're talking about addiction. And it's not fat shaming. If that's what you're talking about. So
Thank you, Dr. Voss.
yeah, but I make fucking sense. That's what I do. I make sense.
Listen, yes, but the thing is that what you're trying to do is speak like, what do you call it? Some kind of sane talking points.
Yes.
To people who are not they're not accepting that. It's a new
Oh, no,
level of discourse
okay, so you're
that you're not that they're not interested in what you say. And so you're like, here, let me explain it very thing. They're like, go fuck yourself, white man.
Okay, so here's the thing.
That ain't the way it is.
So you're saying I'm going.
I'm not saying anything.
No,
I'm explaining how it is.
And I'm going to explain, and I'm going to rebuttal what you
Can
just
I
said.
go?
You just said
I hate when you get like this.
You said I'm trying to be sane and explain it, and instead of saying you're trying to be sane, explaining it to insane people.
No, they're not insane. They have a different way of looking at the world. And if you can't see the world the way they see it, they're not going to understand what you're saying, and you're not going to understand what they're saying.
Okay, well, let me try to point this out.
So they don't see the way you see it, and you don't see the way they see it. That's all it is. It's like a door that is open that only one party can see. That makes
I'm
sense.
explaining it the way I know through addiction.
Of course, but
through addiction.
I know, and then you go, there you go. That's how it is. But they're saying their thing, and they're going, that's exactly how it is. How can you not see this?
So how can you explain without it being addiction?
They're saying that they enjoy their bodies in the way that they are, and they don't need anybody thinking that they're unhealthy or that they have some kind of addiction or they have some issue. Having any kind of issue with their bodies is on you, not on them.
Okay, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I would think that's like an alcoholic, a full-blown alcoholic, a drug addict thinking, well, I don't have a problem. And what that is fucking denial. Okay? So if you don't think you have a problem, well, guess what? You might not, but people around you have a problem. Because when you are a drug addict or an alcoholic,
do you think you have a food addiction?
4 or 5 people around you suffer.
Okay, do you think you have a food addiction?
To some extent, yes.
So if somebody were to make fun of you for being fat, would you be more mad about the fat part or the addiction part?
No, I'm not, but I'm not fat. I work out. I try
What if somebody did, even if you don't think you're fat? What if someone said something? Would it hurt your feelings?
It depends how they use it and what.
What if somebody was like this, ugh, about your body?
I would say you're delusional.
So it wouldn't bother you in any way if society was like, ugh.
Yeah, I know when I look on camera, I look heavier than I want to be. So all I can do about it is try to work out more and try to eat better. I try. It's harder.
Right, but you can't. But what if you can't do it? What if you just kept gaining weight?
Well,
and people were like, you're dumb. You're addicted to food.
What about somebody who's trying to stop heroin? Do I go, I'm not going to help that person because they can't do it? Or would I try to help that person?
I don't know.
I would try to help that person.
Okay.
So anybody that says I can't do it really is I don't want to do it at the moment that they're living.
I'm just trying to get you to see it in a different
listen, it's
way.
Addiction, Bonnie. You find
Stop, please.
No. You always explain to me
please,
your stuff.
No.
What?
I just can't get it when you start doing that, like Bonnie, addiction. This kind of like I know everything. You don't.
No.
You barely know anything.
I
so
know
if you
a lot.
I know this one thing.
No, I don't know.
And here's how I'm going to say it, but you don't. You're just
I do.
You shut down everything everyone else says. And go,
I'm
no,
listening
this
to
is
what
the way.
you're saying. I'm trying
You're
to
not.
get
You're
you.
speaking over me every single time I start talking.
No, that's not
you did it again right there. You just are you going to do it again? Good. See? Learning. Is that abusive to just talk over your wife all the time? Do it again.
Addiction. Let me just say, and I'm not trying to argue.
We already just fucking heard you
but
talk about
people-
addiction. Ugh.
People rationalize. They rationalize. Oh, no, listen. No, I don't think anybody wants to be unhealthy. Nobody wants to be unhealthy.
They don't think they're unhealthy.
Okay. Well, look up the statistics of heart attacks and diabetes.
Rich.
That's all
But you're saying things that everyone's already said. You're not making any new points.
Yes.
If you have no new points, go,
Here's a new point. Heroin addicts don't think they have a problem. Guess what? They do. All right? That's the bottom line. I'm not breaking down their characters, saying they're bad people. I'm not once did you hear me say they're bad people. Anybody with an addiction. I never said they're bad.
I can't listen to this. Honestly, it's like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Are you kidding me? You're like them. Yeah, I'm sticking up for Jen Kirkman, and you're being.
I'm not. No, it's not that. It's not what you're sticking up for. What you think. You think you're right, which I get, but you just keep going over and over the same points
No,
that
I didn't.
everyone
I gave
already
different
knows.
points.
I hate when people tell me stuff.
Hey,
They
guess
think-
what?
They're
There's
like,
people-
They're like, let me explain something to you, and it's stuff that we've all heard in fucking kindergarten.
No,
we
there's
know
people-
it.
No,
we
that's not
understand
true.
it. If you're not going to bring anything new to the table, then don't say anything.
Guess what? There's people listening to this that don't know this
That's
stuff.
bullshit.
That's not bullshit.
If you don't know this stuff,
You think
please-
everybody knows about addiction? Do you really think everybody knows?
I don't think. I think the people who know. Yes, I think everyone knows about addiction.
No, they
Yes.
and how
could it pass you by? It's in every TV show. It's in every magazine.
Okay,
It's
all
in
right,
everything.
forget it. You know what? I'm giving
Listen,
positive
I know
points.
you just had some kind of addiction meeting.
No,
so
I
you're
didn't.
on this like
no, that's not true. I'm
tear
giving
where
positive
everybody's like
points.
saying the same points over and over, and everybody's agreeing.
No, it's not true. I'm giving positive points. You're the one who brought up how they attacked Jen Kirkman.
A few people attacked Jen Kirkman and then did a podcast about it. It was funny. It was meant to be humorous. I didn't know you were going to go into
You
a
think they were trying to be
45-minute
fun? No,
fucking
she-
TED talk about addiction.
She didn't find it funny, I'm sure, that they were attacking
No,
her.
absolutely not. I thought it was funny to talk about it, or funny is the wrong word, ironic or like a weird thing in society, a weird glitch that we happen to be living in.
As
That you
you-
can't make jokes about yourself anymore.
As-
But I didn't know you were going to take it to this like.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm being. All I know is not
It's
once.
Not that,
So
it's
when
that
you come,
don't listen.
I
You
do
just
listen.
talk.
I
No,
get
you're not.
it.
If you were listening, you'd be like, "Oh, you don't want me to talk about this? Okay."
oh, do I tell you what not to talk about? You brought up the subject, and I'll give it my opinion.
If I started talking about CrossFit for 15 minutes, you'd be like, "I think we've heard enough." I wouldn't just keep yelling about it.
I'm not yelling about it. I'm giving my opinion. Okay, let me wrap it up. Did you once hear me say anybody overweight is a bad person or not a good person? Did I ever say that? So when they come back at me, I'm not saying that. There's a difference between being a bad person and being a sick person. And I'm not
Oh,
saying.
so you're saying all fat people are sick people?
No, let me finish. I'm not
That's
saying
gonna
all.
That's gonna be helpful.
I'm not saying all fat people.
He
are
is
sick.
abusive to thin people too. I'm putting myself in that category.
You know what? And I'm not going to argue with you after the podcast. I'm giving my
I'm not
opinion.
going to argue with you, but you have to, like, at some point, you can't be like, I'm going to railroad through with my points because this is something I think I know about. It gets, we've heard it. We've heard you do it.
No, not
It's
when
like-
it talks about weight.
Well, do one point and move on. You
I
don't
mean,
need to keep going. I've said 1,000 times, okay, we get it, thank you, or you're not seeing it from their point of view, or whatever. You just keep.
No. I'm like
You just
I'm-
railroad over
I'm
everybody.
probably 10 pounds overweight now, 12 pounds. You know when they say the last 10 pounds are the hardest to lose, but what if you're only trying to lose 8? Get it? You're not going to. All right, let's get back on a softer note to wrap it up. I don't want to sit here and have you leave with your anger. You're an abusive
Look at other
wife.
people. Read clues. You don't read any clues. It's like
Yeah. I'm trying to talk.
it's like
and-
you just we had a fun podcast going. Then you just take it into this fucking addiction. I know about this.
No, you just.
Somebody is sick with addiction. They don't know they got it.
That's
I've been sober
You better shut up.
700 years.
Is that your little dumb voice?
Well,
you
it's
do?
like, I mean,
Oh,
I
God.
get it. It's like, it's now your identity.
It's not my identity. It's part of me trying to help and carry a positive message.
Okay, but I don't know if that's a positive message to be like, fat people, you have an addiction, you have a problem,
Yeah, yes.
you should get fixed.
I didn't get, no, look at you.
And you eat like sugar every night. So I
Yes.
say, do you have an addiction to sugar?
Yes, and I said yes. Do I work out 6 days a week?
Is that, but what, like if you have a heroin addiction and you're still working out, it's okay? I'm just
No.
wondering on your own how you
No.
you make the analogy. So I'm just.
No, I'm trying to curb my food. Listen, I've been locked up for 10, 11 months, so you're right. It is harder to eat healthier.
Everybody is it because you're not going out at night. You sit down
Yes, and
in
you're
front
bored.
of the TV and you start eating.
Yes.
I've even thought about not having dinner, just doing snacks.
Well, it doesn't matter
But
because
then I did that once and I ate so many snacks.
you should do it because your dinners are so dry anyhow.
Okay. Abuse.
Kale, cauliflower.
It was so good.
Why do you think these are so good?
Because I make a salad at the bottom, then I put the cauliflower around the side, and then I put the potatoes around the other side, and then I had a little bit of kale, and then it was just like the perfect amount of everything. I put a little hot sauce on the cauliflower.
the sausage you cut up.
Oh yeah, and the sausage I put there in the
and,
middle.
and when you call it sausage, what really is it?
I don't know, no idea, no clue.
It's not healthy. It's full of salt.
Yeah,
Vegan prefab vegan food is not healthy. It's all
who says
salt.
prefab?
Yeah, pre-cooked, pre-made, whatever, prefab. Who says it? I just said it. Me.
Do you?
I said it. I'm sitting next to you. You heard me say it.
I mean,
So you should have
I
went-
only heard that about houses, and
Why-
I think I only heard it from you from that too.
Prefab, pre-cooked, like those Impossible
Do you mean
burgers.
processed?
Oh, God, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. Processed, prefab, pre-cooked, whatever.
Well, the
the fu-
sausages aren't pre-cooked.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think so.
Vegan sausages are.
Oh.
Impossible burgers are.
No, they're not.
They're processed.
They're processed, not pre-cooked.
All right, prefab. They're processed, made, prefab.
He will never
When-
say he's wrong. Do you
when
notice
you-
that? It's
when
like
you-
not pre-cooked. He's like, okay, that's what I meant. When I said pre-cooked, I meant not pre-cooked.
No, it's prefab.
I can't do this anymore. I've
listen-
I've hit my limit talking to you.
I've hit my.
I've talked to you for the last couple days.
I'm not going to talk to you for a week now.
Yeah, no, it's like too much. Go to Florida. I promise I'll have no resentment.
I might go.
I would love it if you went.
If I could find
Imagine
somebody to go with that, I
Eating
wouldn't
my
mind.
own food without somebody being like, this is it.
Oh, I like most of your food. Your stews are delicious. The potato and bean stew you make is excellent. You know, everybody loves it in the house. The what
I made a
else?
really, really good
The pot pie you
potato
made.
and leek and corn soup 2 days ago, and you were like, this had no flavor.
Yeah, it didn't.
It was so good.
It was.
It was so good. It was insanely good.
The pot pie you made was good. That was one of your better ones. You make some good stuff, and then you make stuff. Look, if it was so good, you wouldn't have to douse it with hot sauce.
I don't douse it with hot sauce. I put a little hot sauce on the cauliflower. It's good that way.
Are you going to, after the meeting, come at me and tell me now?
I promise you I won't. I promise you I'm going to walk away and hope that you don't talk to me. I'm going to just like,
I'm going to try to fool around with you after this. You're sexy to me.
oh, why when people hate you, that's when you're into them?
I'm fucking hard as a rock.
Is that why you're abusive? You need to see the fear in my eyes.
I'm really abusive. Is that what you think? Are you crazy?
You have a look at
I'm probably one of the
I have
most
thick
loving
skin.
care.
I have thick skin, so it doesn't
I
bother
know.
me as much. And I know that you're a sick human being. You have a mental disability.
Pretend I'm.
Okay, so you take none of that in. You just
Yes.
keep going. I have some thought in my head. This is the thought in your head. Bang, 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 bang. And so when someone else is talking, all you can hear is bang, 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 bang. Then you see their lips stop. You go, oh, my turn.
Here's what I'm saying.
It's like you listen to other people talking.
Pretend I'm.
No, so you're
Okay.
doing it again. You're
I'm
not
listening.
listening. No,
I'm
you're not.
asked.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're waiting to say the thing that you want to say.
All right, you ready?
No.
Pretend I'm Jen Kirkman and you're just a stranger, and go, I have thick skin, and I'm Jen Kirkman. You're a stranger. Go, I have thick skin.
I have thick skin.
A lot of it. Get it? You get it? Now there's going to be a blog. Oh, look it. When didn't Karen say something about somebody
Why do you
overweight?
say her name like that?
It is. It's Karen.
It's Karen.
Oh, I always been getting that wrong.
It's because it's spelled Kerryn. You always say Kieran. That now I started saying Kieran all the time to her just because you say it like that.
Didn't she get in a fight with somebody overweight on some TV show or
Yeah.
something? Mm-hmm. But she was.
I can't remember the name of the
Well,
person.
whatever. Listen, if you have a problem with anything, you know, hey, listen, I have problems. I have addictions, and they're not easy. None of it's easy, but it can be done.
He
But
has
it's not-
mental. When people write me, he's abusive. I remember he's got a mental illness. That's the.
I don't have a mental
You
illness.
definitely 100% have a mental illness.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. See, now we agree.
I just said it so you wouldn't hit me.
Don't you like? Hey, do you ever hear this one? Okay, let's agree to disagree. Don't you hate that?
No, I've never heard that.
Oh, come on.
I've never heard that.
You've heard that a million times.
No, I
Let's
haven't.
agree to disagree.
I've never heard it.
Oh my God!
You think I've heard it?
Yes.
And I say I didn't hear it. Let's agree to disagree.
So-
Goodbye.
She really hates him, it's really true. Why did she marry this jackass Jew? Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.